Hello, my soul-led friends. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome into this collective reading where we ask Spirit what it is you need to know at this time and how you might navigate it. Now, this is going to be in the context of business. So hopefully this offers a little clarity, insights, and or guidance into the situation that you might currently be facing at this time. Remember that my readings are here to offer you insight and not instruction. So please use your discernment and your intuition to navigate your situation as you see fit. Take what resonates and leave what does not. There are no timestamps since this is a collective reading. So feel free to comment and like the video if this reading resonates and you are enjoying the content. It will help me connect with your energy and just lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So let's get into what it is that the collective here needs to know at this time regarding their business journey. That fell on the floor. Now, because it went under the table, and it is the Seven of Swords, I almost wonder if there's something here that is either hidden from your knowledge at this time, or there's something that you don't want to see at the moment. Or maybe you feel it, but you don't see it with this third eye chakra card at the bottom of the deck. So it could be intuitive. Maybe some deception and envy. Maybe we've got the Seven of Swords. I almost don't want to take that as the initial card. One thing that I'm getting from that is something to do with envy. You might be comparing yourself to others right now. There's almost this feeling of performance as well. So maybe you are not being truthful with yourself or your audience, and that is not to be in like a negative way, but you're not showing your true self. You're wearing a mask. You're filtering yourself almost a little too much. So there's a lack of connection because there's a lack of expression. Now, let's see what else. I'm gonna get 3 cards. What else? Solar plexus chakra, something to do with your confidence here. You might have or might be or feel lacking in confidence, and that is why you're not showing your true self. There's almost an instability in the solar plexus where you have fear of being seen. And that's going to be quite a business block for you moving forward, because I feel like your vocation or your business has something to do with needing to be seen, and that could be the lesson that you are being invited to explore and to learn. Now, 7 and 3 is 10, so there's something that needs to come to an end in order for you to move beyond this and fully step into this confidence, this self-esteem. And that is going to open some new doors for you, I feel, within your business, but maybe just within yourself and how you are perceiving the landscape at this time or your situation. Let's get a couple more cards. Yeah, it's about building your strength here, about stepping into your power and to move on from things that feel chaotic, that feel unhealthy, that feel misaligned in some way, or that are no longer serving you, to find balance within your mental space. And what's interesting, we started with the 7 and we ended with the 6 of the same suit here. So there's something that's being moved on from, but it's not happening because it's magically happening in your life. It is because you are stepping into your power, your courage, your leadership. And this is what you're meant to do. This is how you move on to see progress and to start to see movement in a certain area of your business. Crown chakra is at the bottom, another 7. So you have 2 7s here. And usually 7s are search for truth or to uncover some kind of truth, to work with a plan or a strategy to move your way out of something, to move yourself towards something. The crown chakra is also the last chakra. It's the highest chakra. So there's something to do about possibly you're having some insights when you are in stillness, or when maybe you even have some insights already about you needing to step into your power. There's something very Phoenix Rising energy from this, and maybe you're sensing it but haven't quite seen it yet. I think it's just a feeling at this time. It's an essence that you are embodying. So let's get some more information on what all of these are all about. I'm gonna pull one, two, let's see, I'm not sure. There's a hesitation. There's a not trusting your initial instinct here, but there's also a knowing. It's like you know your truth, but you're fearful because it requires you to step into this big energy, and that's maybe something that you've not done before. So deception and envy, please. One card for that. The Hierophant. Solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra. Power. And moving on, please. Love it. It's a big choice. It's a big choice. And this is about healing. Something is being healed, or something needs to be reviewed in order to be healed, to really, yeah, I think it has something to do with the solar plexus chakra. And you not being authentic to yourself or truthful to yourself. It's like you're not honoring what you are truly feeling, and possibly hiding behind it, or hiding in it, or hiding it in some way. Now, the Hierophant in reverse, there's something about you needing to change your belief system here, because I feel there is a belief system that is not true, a core belief system. So when you think about stepping into this power, what kind of feelings or thoughts come through? If you were to step into a position of leadership, or if you were to step into a position of power, possibly with monetary gain, possibly with a lot of leadership responsibilities, what does that make you feel, or how does that make you feel? What comes through in your mind? Are there a lot of can'ts, or is there any resistance that's coming through? I feel like that resistance of no, I can't, or I believe that I can't, is really showing through, especially when it comes to comparison. Whoever you're comparing yourself to is actually a deep desire of who you wish to become. And maybe not personally, but maybe there's an envy about somebody else's business and where you want your business to be. So look at that comparison and envy, because that's going to tell you that there is something missing, or there's an underlying desire that is a little bit hidden behind that initial response. And I feel it has to do with you wanting it, but believing like you can't have it. And again, with the Devil here in the solar plexus chakra, I feel like there's chains around the middle of your body where you are restricted movement in some way. So there's something being held back within that solar plexus chakra, possibly part of your personality or who you are, and maybe what you desire, where you would like to go. It's almost like your internal light is dimmed by something. And again, it could be a person, it could be a core belief system that you have to detach from. And there could also be some habits or behaviors that are coming through that feel misaligned, but it's all that you know, in a sense. So there's a repetition of something coming through that isn't necessarily healthy. This could be self-sabotage. This could be telling yourself you can't, or having a lot of self-doubt, really being hard on yourself, maybe putting some pressure on yourself, which is keeping you stuck to something. Now, stepping into this power, I feel, is going to shift your focus in some regard within your business. So if you're focused on one thing at the moment. There could be a focus to something completely different. So when I think of graphic designers who have grown a reputation, who have become a name in the industry, a lot of the times they don't do the work, the actual work to bring something to life. Maybe that's what they used to do, but typically when they are put in leadership roles, they tend to do interviews and podcasts and videos and documentaries and doing speaking gigs. So again, it's being seen is the biggest energy here, and your focus might switch when you step into this power. And there's also this energy of having things slowly unfold, and maybe you having to take a few steps back in order to move forward. And I don't know what that means specifically, but there's a bit of a stalled energy here. And I don't know if that stall is to be able to integrate something, or so that you can change direction, switch gears, switch focus, maybe realign to some kind of value that will allow you to step into this power a little bit easier, which will take time because old habits, old ways of thinking, old beliefs require a little bit of reprogramming. So that could be why there is a delay in potential results or success once you make this switch, because you're integrating, you are taking your time to make sure that this is being done thoughtfully and mindfully, but also so that you as a business owner are fully prepared to be seen. So you kind of want to fail small, and I almost feel like that's what's happening is when you step into your power, there's going to be some small failures that you have at first. So it's a good thing that you're only doing those mistakes or making those mistakes in a small group of people. But as you get more known, or as you step out into the spotlight more, you're going to get better and better and better and improve over time. So don't worry about any mistakes that you might make as you are being thrust into this new position, this new strategy, or maybe even a different position within your business. Now, I love this Lovers because it is the exact opposite of the Devil card here. We see two people in this card. We see an entity, one being an angel, one being the devil. So I really feel like working on your self-confidence is going to thrust you into choices, into spaces, places, having experiences that you really enjoy, that you really love, you really find fulfilling, but it is a choice. And I feel it's a choice you have to commit to over the long term. It's not something that will happen overnight. It's not something, again, with this Knight of Pentacles, where it'll happen quickly. It's going to take some time to move from this old space into this new space. But these choices that you're making in alignment with this power is going to help you move on. So think of this higher power, this higher purpose, as you're making decisions in the future, and ask what you would make this decision. Is it the you that is feeling envious or comparative or low self-esteem, or is it the you that's coming from a very confident, courageous space? The Lovers is also a balance of masculine and feminine energies within each one of us. We have a divine masculine and divine feminine, where divine feminine is receiving, allowing, going with the flow, accepting, and divine masculine is that outward energy, that taking action, the initiation, really having the assertion and possibly aggression to go towards our goals. So it is an active energy, and the divine feminine is a passive energy. And when those are aligned, you can really move in the right direction with a lot of ease. But if there is any imbalance, and I feel like your divine feminine could be a little imbalanced over here, as there is a fear of receiving, or fear of allowing, a fear of accepting, possibly, depending on the situation. So it's getting into this divine feminine of receiving. Okay, what is it that I need to know? How do I step into this power? How can I do things a little bit differently? What are the beliefs that are driving the subconscious at this time? I really love this energy, though. I do feel like you're moving on and you're following some kind of internal compass here. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, a lot of burdens I feel you will be lifting in this process. You might even be bringing your guard down because there has been some healing done in this space. And the Nine of Cups, it's really beautiful. I think that's where you're moving to fulfillment. Regardless of whether your business is big or small, stays the same or changes, I think ultimately that's what you would like to move on to, is rather than envying something in the external world that you wish you had and believing that you can't have it, it's making that perspective shift of, okay, I have to step into my power and believe that I can have this. What do I need to change within me to be able to align myself to what's truly going to fulfill me, to make me feel good? And that's not an external thing, that is an internal thing as well, whether that is internally within you or within your business. So let's get some final messages to end your reading. I hope this is resonating. If it is, feel free to comment and let me know below. For the collective. So healing is definitely being called out at this time. I think it has something to do with whatever the situation is, whatever this attachment or lack of self-esteem or self-confidence is about. And then we have enchanted and celebration. So there's a period of darkness before the expression actually comes. That's kind of how it feels. I feel like you are on your way to celebration. And again, we have two people here, but it happens through the enchanting journey. It might not feel enchanting at all times. It might feel quite difficult, but it is magical when you can see your transformation over a period of time. It's definitely something to celebrate because you have healed something here. You have moved on from something that was no longer serving you, and I think you're going to see expansiveness in your business because of it. That's definitely something to celebrate. And yeah, find support if you need support in this journey, whether it's through a business community or any kind of spiritual community, if that suits. But all in all, I feel you're stepping into your powerful, confident self and moving away from any people that are not feeling aligned, stepping into your truth and your authenticity, and moving away from anything that does not feel aligned to you anymore. That's a lovely thing, my dear collective. So these are the messages that I have for you. I do hope that these were helpful. Do let me know if they were, and until we meet again, stay curious, and I'll see you soon.